An amazing story. A man who set off from Lancashire to walk around Britain's entire coastline for charity is approaching the finish line. Christian Nock started his journey in 2012 from Blackpool and will officially complete the journey back in the seaside town on the 15th of March. Well, this morning, the very sad Graham Liver, he was passing through Morecambe and he had a chat with Graham earlier today.
I can see the finish line almost, so I'm a happy man.
How are your feet?
My feet are fine. It's not my feet that's the problem, actually. It's my ankle, my knees, my hips. They're packing up.
Oh, dear.
And they have been now for, like, the last 3,000 miles. Right. And you said it's 6,500 miles. Well, actually, when I set that website up, I'd sold myself short by about 1,500 miles.
Oh, is that all?
Because I also decided to throw in a lap of every single island that's attached to the mainland via a bridge.
Oh,
so, obviously, Skye was monstrous, but there's more islands attached to the mainland via a bridge than I even imagined, to be fair. But I think that's it for me for islands now. I'm all done. The last one was a lap of Walney, which was a couple of 3 days ago. That was just a mere 24 miles around that one.
Have you got any idea what it's going to be like when you reach Blackpool?
To be fair, no, I don't. You know, it's still sort of sinking in that I'm coming to the finish line now. I mean, obviously, I set out 577 days ago. I've been documenting it ever since I started with a blog on Facebook of what days where I've gone from, where I've gone to. I've also took a picture at least every single mile off the coast of Britain, A, for my own records, and B, to prove that I am doing what I'm saying I'm doing. And now, when I set out initially, I'd set my fundraising page to raise £10,000. Obviously now, I've smashed that. And it's just sort of exceeded any of my expectations. And it took off in a way that I couldn't have imagined, to be honest.
And you've done it by yourself, haven't you?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
You're not lonely?
I love being lonely.
All right.
I love being... I am a loner, to be honest.
And where have you been staying?
Well, I'm walking the coastline of Britain to raise money for Help for Heroes.
Right.
But I'm sleeping rough in some shape or form every single night to raise awareness.
Okay.
Because 1/3 of the real homeless, the real street sleepers in Britain are actually ex-forces, which is, it's a shocking statistic. So, yeah, I've been sleeping in 576 nights now. I've slept everywhere from a cave with a seal, a multi-storey car park, a shop doorway, a barn, stable, shed, shelter, public toilets, in the woods, on the beaches. I've slept in some weird and wonderful places.
And do you manage to get much kip?
No, well, I put it this way. I mean, I did get a good night's kip last night, right. Because an ex-army guy who now runs a B&B in Morecambe, he let me sleep in his shed last night. That was quite peaceful, to be fair. The night before, I slept in a doorway in a car sales place. The night before that, I slept under a bridge. And the night before that, I slept in the town hall doorway of Barrow-in-Furness.
Flippin' heck. And what about food?
When I first set out on this journey, I'd sold absolutely everything I owned, which left me with a budget of about £40 a week to live on. When I first started, I was living on pasta and porridge, which, obviously it's quite bland, quite boring, but it's enough to keep you alive. But now, since it's took off, my life's become a lot easier because people, do feed me, come out, bring me sandwiches. So, yeah, my diet's got a lot better over the months.
And you finished on the 15th. Have you any idea what you're going to do afterwards? Because you just said that to fund this, you sold everything that you've got.
Yeah, I am actually homeless. I'm not pretending to be homeless. I really am homeless. I don't know where I'm going to go. I don't know what I'm going to do. But one thing out of this journey, I've now got a girlfriend. She found out about what I was doing a couple of days before I arrived in Folkestone.
Right.
And she came out with a flask of coffee just to say, hello, well done, keep going. And we sort of hit it off,
Well, that's good, isn't it?
So, yeah, I mean, she's on about me going to live down there, but I really, honestly, the answer to that question is I don't know. Now, before I started this, I couldn't get a job. But the difference is now I have been offered work and there's, opportunities are there for me now. I've been doing this for so long, and what a lot of people don't realise, for me, is day 577 on this challenge. But this challenge actually began in the beginning of January 2012 because I spent 7 months getting ready for this. So this has become my life really for over 2 years.
Have you enjoyed it?
It's been some of the best times of my life and some of the worst times of my life.
Well, I was going to say that when you're sleeping in doorways, have you had any aggro?
Of course I have, yeah. I can remember one of the worst times actually was at about 2 o'clock in the morning when I was asleep on a park bench in Plymouth. And another homeless guy come and tried to rob me.
And what happened?
I told him off.
Okay.
because whenever I do sleep rough, I always make sure my kit's secure. It's like when I do sleep on park benches, my Bergen, with the slats of the park bench, I attach it. Unbeknown to whoever who's walking past, it looks like they can just pinch it. But I use bungees and straps, and I strap it through the slats and then put my sleeping bag over the top so no one can pinch it when I'm asleep.
Well, Christian, it is an amazing story. How can people sponsor you? Because you have raised so much money, £150,000.
Well, it's now, I think, with gift aid, because that makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
It's now up to £185,000.
Wow.
But to donate, really, it's as simple as type in Christian around Britain, donate into the internet, and it'll take you straight to my secure online donation page.
Talk about determined. He's an absolute legend, isn't he? Christian Nock from Blackpool. He is on his way back on the 15th of March. He should get an official welcome, I should think. Absolutely superb. Speaking to Graham earlier today on BBC Radio Lancashire.